Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while. Unfortunately, it's already 6 o'clock, and it's that time of year where it's starting to get dark already. Beautiful night, though. Look at that. Awesome sunset already. Actually, it's already past. The sunset prior to what you're seeing was super awesome. What we're doing today in this video, and what I kind of wanted to just touch base on, is winter prep for your vehicle. If you live in a place like me, I live in Wyoming. I don't get the season in the winter to really drive my car at all. There's been years where I have not drove this car for 2 months straight, or even started it really, which is really tough on your vehicle. So some of the things that I really like to do, sorry the wind's kicking up out there, hopefully it doesn't bother the audio, but what are the things I like to do to prep my vehicle that is going to be sitting for an extended period of time, in the winter at least. And I wanted to go through those steps and just kind of show you, because right now this is Sunday. When I'm filming this, don't know when you're going to see it, but this is probably, according to the weather, the last day that I'm going to be able to get out, hand wash the vehicle, drive the vehicle, before the roads start getting kind of nasty, filled with dirt and salt and all that crap. So it's probably going to be put away in the corner here pretty soon, and I wanted to go through those steps. So first off, I'm going to tell you that I just got done polishing this car, and full detail, just polished it. As you can see, it is really clean. This is the time that I really always hate, because I clean it before the winter, and I realized, holy shit, I love this car. I love the way it looks, and I'm gonna miss it while it's sitting in the corner all winter long. But went ahead and did a full detail. What we did was we cleaned the wheels. As you can see, these are really clean. Still have to dry them and seal them, but the wheels are really clean. Got all the brake dust completely out of them, and like I said, they are wet still, but we are going to dry these. We're also going to seal them with H2O Garden Gloss, but those are good. The paint is very clean. You can see it's shining really well. I went ahead and clayed some of the spots that had some road grime on them. I had a couple pieces of like tar on the bottom, but overall very clean and shiny, ready to go. After I cleaned it, I went ahead and did a drying process with H2O Garden Gloss, which is this product right here. And this stuff it's incredible. It's one of my favorite products, and I have a review on it on the channel. If you want to check it out after this video, go ahead and do that. But this product, essentially, you wash the car, back it into your garage, out of the sunlight, everything, and just let the water sit on it. You get a damp rag and a dry rag, nice microfibers preferably, obviously, and you're going to spray the car with the H2O Garden Gloss as it's wet. You're going to go over it with the wet rag first and kind of like use a polishing, motion. You're really going to work that H2O Garden Gloss into the paint because it's a liquid sealant, and then you're going to go over it with the dry rag, and it leaves just an incredible, wonderful, shiny finish. It seals it really nicely, and I think it looks great. So that is the first step that I like to do in the process of getting ready to put it away. Okay, so moving on to the next thing that I like to do, I like to use the odor neutralizer in the car. This is a product that really it does what it says it does. It neutralizes the odors that are in your car. It's not going to make it smell like a brand new car, but if you have anything that's kind of bad in there, musky in there, it'll try to eliminate that pretty good. It's not a necessary step, but if you have the product, definitely recommend it, since it is going to be sitting closed up for a month, 2, 3, 4 months. It's going to be sitting there, so you might as well use that product. I have a video on the channel on how to use it, but essentially spray it on your carpets, underneath the dash where the air gets sucked into, and let it circulate in there for a while, and it goes through the system. Works pretty well. Now, the next most important part, in my opinion, is going to be to use a battery tender. I use this product right here. I think it's Deltran battery tender. Works pretty dang well. I have 2 of them. As you can see right here, I have one going to my 4-wheeler. So this is hardwired in. Essentially, unplug it. Essentially, this stays attached to your vehicle or your 4-wheeler, whatever, motorcycle, and it just is on your battery, and then you plug it in. This one goes to a smaller version. Like I said, use that for 4-wheelers, motorcycles, whatever it is. But I do have a bigger one that I use that just hooks to the battery terminals And this will essentially just keep your battery charged, and it'll do what it says it does. Battery tender. It tends to the battery. It doesn't let it go all the way dead. It doesn't fully charge it. It kind of keeps it in that happy medium range like it was being used. And it just really keeps the longevity of your battery, because batteries sitting, they will eventually start to wear down if they're just sitting not being charged up. And then you have to buy a new, $180, $200 battery. I had to do that to my truck this year, and it really just sucks when you have to replace batteries. It's not something anybody wants to do. So I think that is a huge, the number one thing if you're going to put your car away. If you're not going to do anything else, if you're going to let it sit for a while, get the battery tender. This right here is the greatest investment you can have, because it's not very expensive. I don't remember how much it was, but a lot cheaper than buying new batteries every couple years. And it works easy and works well is the best part about it. So next step, and this one's really important as well. Don't let the car sit with a full tank of gas for, again, 4 months at a time. Fuel will go bad. It won't be as good. I wouldn't say it'll do damage, but it's definitely not good for your engine and all the components in it. And it's not good to leave a full tank of gas sitting and just, like I said, for me, it is, it's the 28th of October. So, I mean, from now until March, I'm really not going to drive this car too much more. So I don't want gas sitting in there for months and months on end. So go ahead and I'm just going to let you look at the car here for a bit, because it's way better looking than me. But go ahead and run the car down to as low as you can. Right now, this car has about an eighth of a tank of fuel left in it. Another thing a lot of people like to do is they like to put fuel stabilizer in their vehicles, or four-wheelers, for instance, that sit for a while. For me, I just prefer to run this out of fuel. Not run it out, but run it down as much as I can, and then as soon as I know I'm going to drive it a lot, take it immediately to the gas station, put nice fuel in it, full tank, and run that tank through it, and just do that again. I put fuel stabilizer in the four-wheeler when I don't use it in the summertime as much, because it is just used for plowing purposes up here. But it is useful, and I think it works well. Not something I would personally do on a car like this, but definitely on like a four-wheeler or something like that, the fuel stabilizer, I think works really well. Last but not least, I have a vehicle cover right here, which is balled up in this cover, or this case, but this cover here will be going on the car. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out the garage a little bit, clean it up a little bit over the next couple days while it's still kind of nice. And I'm going to put the car right here at a, really tucked in angle. So essentially it'll be sitting right in this area, and I'll have this whole area for the four-wheeler and the Jeep to sit in through the winter time. Once it's back in the corner and the battery tender has been ran to the car and installed, we'll put the cover on it, and it'll sit there and collect dust essentially. But the good thing is it's going to collect dust on top of the cover rather than on top of your paint. That is a lot easier to take off, hit with an air compressor, get all the dust off of it, rather than possibly getting a bunch of dust or whatever might be laying on it and walking by when I'm trying to grab a extension cord or a ratchet strap or something, and I brush against it. Now I have a nice streak down the side of the car. So I think car covers are a very, very important thing. Make sure you get a pretty nice one. You don't want the underside of the car cover to be crappy and scratch your car as soon as you put it on either. So it's kind of a thing you got to be careful and do have to spend some money on. But again, it's better to spend money on that and not have to worry about it, rather than one random day you walk by your car, hit it with a pocket knife, or like I said, it has a bunch of dust on it, you walk by with your jeans and scratch it, scuff it, then you have to redo the paint or do some correction, and that's just never fun at all. So those are the things that I think are very important before you put your car away for the winter time. To me, it makes a whole world of difference when you pull the car out of the garage for the first time in the summertime. It feels so good to have a clean, ready, prepared car to go for the year. And it's just really important to take care of your vehicles when they're sitting. I know a lot of people think just the driving part's hard on them, but the sitting part's the worst, actually. So make sure, take care of your vehicle, guys. Enjoy this long winter we're about to face. I greatly appreciate you guys watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.